Hey guys, welcome back to a new episode of Mcubed Show about all things fantasy sci-fi. As always, I'm your host, Schmook. And now this week, we're only going to have about one thing to talk about. We're going to talk about the brand new series that's on Apple TV Plus, called Foundation. Based on the old sci-fi books way back in the day that has laid the groundwork for a lot of sci-fi that we see in today. So let's talk about that. Okay, so Foundation just dropped this week, and they dropped 2 episodes for the show. They dropped the pilot and a second episode. We're only going to be talking about the pilot, because I just wanted to give that a watch, just get a taste of things, see if I want to go do a full series on it on the channel. And from what I've seen, I think it's really cool. It's a really cool show, like insane visual effects for a TV show. Like honestly, like it's some top tier science fiction like visuals, right? But overall, I'm not like too into the show. It's interesting, don't get me wrong, it's cool. I'm not a huge fan of the characters so far, and that's a huge thing for me to get into a TV show, right? However, the story is interesting. You know, it's about a galactic empire that rules this universe or galaxy, kind of like Star Wars in a way. And then we have a bunch of people we just have a lot of people like just starting to work with this empire, and I'm sure it goes into a point into the show down the road where they're trying to take it out, right? To me, the most interesting characters in this and most interesting aspect of this whole series so far is the idea that the leaders of the Foundation, or like the Galactic Empire, are these clones, these 3 clones, based off I'm pretty sure it's the founder of the Galactic Empire, who I guess died, and these clones are the ones in charge of everything. There's one clone of him as like a kid, like a little boy, one is like him as like an adult, then one of him as an old man, and these are the 3 rulers of the Galactic Empire, which I think that's an interesting concept to me. But yeah, and then we had this one character who goes into like this hyper sleep and is like going to the Galactic Empire. She's interesting. I really liked the very beginning of the episode. It gave me some weird like kind of like Destiny vibes, I guess, like the game Destiny, as well as No Man's Sky, where like there's this definitely this pylon thing or monolith type thing. I don't know how to describe it, but it's interesting. Like you have these kids, they go up this hill, and as they start to get closer to it, they'll pass out. And like you can tell with a lot of people have tried this, right? Because there's a ton of flags like leading up to it to see how far someone can go. But yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting show overall. I just don't know if I absolutely love it, and it's sad because I mean, you have David S. Goyer as one of the head guys behind it, who helped with the Christopher Nolan trilogy for The Dark Knight, right? It's just there's something about it that I just don't necessarily love. Like maybe it's the tone, it's slightly boring, but like the visuals are what keeps me into it. Like it's like wow, it's definitely one of the best looking shows I've seen ever. Like it's movie quality, right? And I'm curious how much of a budget they put into it, but I mean it's Apple money, so I'm sure a good amount, right? But again, it's not my favorite thing, but I think I'm going to try to watch episode 2, see if it gets me into it a bit more. If I like it, I think I'll make another review for y'all. But I'd say give it a watch. Let me know what you think about it. And like, if you have different thoughts, awesome, let me know. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm dumb for not digging it so much. But again, like, it's just a little slow. It's a little slow, but I feel like it's something that could get crazy. So like, maybe I have to stick with it. Alright, so let me know what your guys' thoughts are down below in the comments. I guess before I end off, I'm going to go into a little bit of news for the week. There wasn't too much, but I know there was a new Switch Direct, video game, Nintendo Switch, right? And they announced that Knights of the Old Republic, like the OG game, is going to get a Switch port, which is going to be dope. So I'm definitely going to be playing a lot of that on my Switch. And then they also announced that N64 games are eventually coming to the Switch Online service. So the fact that I'm going to be able to play one of my favorite games of all time, possibly my favorite game of all time, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, which is one of the best fantasy stories of all time, one of the best fantasy worlds of all time. And it's my favorite video game series as a whole, and that's my favorite game from the series. But yeah, that's really it though for today, guys. Just go down and like and subscribe, leave your comments, and let me know what you think about Foundation. I hope y'all liked it more than I did. Oh, also another piece of news, I totally forgot about this. We are officially getting a 3rd Fantastic Beasts movie, which is in the Harry Potter franchise, right? Again, I really liked the first one in that series, but the second one, not so much. It was cool that they brought Dumbledore in, but there's this 3rd one that's coming out called Fantastic Beasts, like the secrets of Dumbledore, which could get interesting, which will probably go into his whole things with his sister, and then his brother Aberforth, and how like his sister died, and of course more with the Grindelwald stuff, and that could be interesting. But who knows? I'm not too into that series. I personally would like to see a Harry Potter like reboot on like a Netflix and make it a TV series. That way you can be completely accurate to the books, right? And I would love to see that, because I love the movies. Like the Harry Potter series is honestly one of my favorite franchises, but there's a lot of stuff they leave out of the books that would be perfect for the movies, and it makes a little bit of continuity errors in the movies. So that's why I think just honestly a Netflix show would be perfect for that source material. All right, guys, again, just like and subscribe down below. Let me know what your thoughts were. All right, peace out.